We must defend our rights, or we shall perish. We shall protect us from oh, nada, land of the right side, John Love, my originality. Turn up the right side, Biafra. Land of the right side, Biafra. My home, my fatherland, Biafra. Land of the rising sun, Biafra. My home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle, great Biafran people. But they kill it to idol worship and we lost the face of our God. And as we wallowed in idol worship, the British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting Jah people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and then soup to them entered in. I brought in civilization, brought in Jah religion, and told us about America, and we embraced them. I never knew them got ulterior motive. With religion splitted us amongst our brethren, with denomination tear us apart. Building churches, schools and hospitals. We never knew we had to pay this much to be your place forever. Oh, Nana. So we fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schism. We fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schism. But our lives have gone poor. At the very spot we left our maker. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. I want Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. My home, my father. The descendants of Abraham. From Father Isaac. Descendants of Jacob. Biafra is a reality. My originality.
Why are you people lying? Why don't you tell them they want an independent Biafra? Oh, they're fighting for their freedom. So we owe everything to put the to ask us to come. Not by our own might, nor power, nor will, but by the grace of the Most High.
Back in 1914, amalgamation, colonial masters, criminal masters. I'm a mercenary soldier named Frederick Lugar. years, including Jah people, them Yorubas and them Ariwas, and so many other people called us Nigeria, Niger area. Oh, Nigeria, people with different religion, different beliefs, yeah, different in culture and tradition, different language, different in everything, overstanding on the reason for us to coexist together. In the plant of confusion, describing the soil and the water that can never mix. Planted the cabals, them representatives here in Nigeria, looting all our treasures, colonial external marginalization of them Biafras. Now is the time for manifestation. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Ayoy, Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Biafra. My home, my fatherland. My fatherland. Land of the rising. Land of the rising sun. My home, my fatherland. My originality. Yeah, land of the rising sun. Oh, sweet home, my fatherland. I believe in Biafra. I love the rising. Yes, there was a country before the came. Yeah, my home, my fatherland. Yes, it's a reality. Biafra is a reality. My originality.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are all over the world, I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is still Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uchi Okafor. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who had assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Mazi Uchi Okafor is standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazen Nandi Okukano, the prince of Afari Beku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, the one and the only man that commands the loyalty of the Biafran people. Nobody, for almost 60 years now and still counting, nobody has been able to step forward to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people until he came. He is from Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. And Abia State is Biafra land. By the special grace of Chukwuka Abiyama, I remain George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. And Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, we must proceed to acknowledge the Creator, Chukwuka Abiyama, the one who sits in heaven, and preside over the affair of man, for he is the lifting up of our head. For we do not lift up to the hills nor mountain for help, but we lift up our eyes to he who made the heavens and the earth. And in my humble way, I will say to him, Anye na jage mao, ihi na imara mai, ihunanya ene nage. Ubiomage, Ujuranyanya, Dadio, Emakwaningwe, Gimbangwo, Odigunye, Dekage, Ebu Wafa, no Omega, Anine, Nasena, Nedemao Onye dekage Onye dekage Onye dịka Chukwu Chineke ọ dị onye dịka gị onye dịka gị obi n'igwe onye dịka gị onye dịka dadi Chineke ọ dị onye dịka gị ịma na asị na anyị na-eme mma eze masị na anyị na-agwọ ọrịa dadi masị na anyị na-enye ike chimo wee bịara bụrụ eziokwu Chukwu dị mma ịdị mma agbanwe ịdị mma olileanya ndị nsọ na-ịdị mma eze onye nwe m na-ịdị mma ịmakwa na oge nleleanya n'eluigwe dadi ebe ahụ nwe na-achị achị ewe mfọ Chukwu na-ịdị mma n'ezie onye nwe anyị na-ịdị mma anyị na-aja gị mma n'eziokwu n'ịbụ sọ mma ịhụnanya anyị na gị obiọma gị o juru anya dadi inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dịka gị ịbụ Alfa na Omega anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma And of course, without wasting much of our time, I welcome you once again. We shall be going to our topic this evening, which is simply the personality profile. You know, we are in a period where we have to reevaluate, remember, reconsider what has happened to us in time past. Like I said, our topic this evening is the personality profile. Personality profile. I enjoy this topic when it is being presented by one radio station in the zoo called Nigeria. They call them Nigeria Info. And of course, the moment they add Nigerian to their name, you should be assured or understand that you solely lie you get there. Nigeria Info. They give you personality flow profile. You go there and listen to personality profile of Nnamdi Azikiwe. If we hear he was born in heaven, he schooled in Toronto, in Manchester, he was very patriotic in Nigeria, he was loving, he built River Niger. There is no lie you will not hear about that. But the truth remains that at the end of the day, everybody must answer their father's name. There is no two ways about it. You cannot, in fact, it is as simple as that. In our very lifetime, we have seen mothers and children being murdered for no just crime. And we remember them. We remember the person who have actually made up their mind that they will be killed. You gave the order, and the chimpanzees carry out the order. Obasanjo knew what I'm saying. Obasanjo actually told the Uputa panel that as a soldier who was obeying the last order, he has to rape Asaba women. As a soldier obeying the last order, he has to demolish Odi. As a soldier obeying the last order, he has to make sure Biafrans are murdered. You people gave the order, the lack of Babangida. You people gave the order, the lack of late Buhari. You people gave the order, Tiwa Danjuma. You people gave the order. We can go on remembering Yakubu, the head of them all. We will never forget you. Your profile is before our eyes. And those who carried out this order, we are assembling all of you. Like I said, and so when we sit back, we analyze all of you. We understand where you are coming from. We can only see the reason why we must continue doing what we are doing, or else your children will do to our children worse than you have done to us. Because the last time I checked, we have suffered more than our father, but it will end with us. Make no mistake about that. That is why we are IPOB. That is why we are Biafra. For in the end, the world will testify about us. But a lot of things has happened that many of us don't know. You hear the names of these people, you don't know who they are. You certainly cannot know who they truly are. Because if you go to Cyclopedia, any search engine now, go to Google and ask them about anybody or anything about the zoo called Nigeria, the British zoo called Nigeria, you will see at the end of every information they will give to you, it is Yoruba people who are writing our history for us. And this is not acceptable. And so this evening, let us take a little more time and look at into personality profile of certain individual, what they have done, good or bad. We shall tell the story of how we overcome one day. You need to know who they are. All of a sudden, hate speech, hate speech, hate speech, hate speech. They want to stop IPOB. But of course, in the nearest future, we will talk about Facebook, Zuckerberg. Believe me, in as much as the owner of Facebook, Zuckerberg, he has collected money from the zoo called Nigeria to undermine what we are doing as Biafrans. But he is a loyal servant, I must tell you. Very loyal to the zoo called Nigeria. He is doing his job. We will read his personality profile when the time will come. And so this evening, we are going to look at some persons, individuals. You don't know who they are. Nigeria will never remember them. They don't even want to talk about them. Because they don't want you to believe that those people exist. And I want you to go home with something at the end of this broadcast. For you to understand that anything you are doing today, people will tell the story when you are not there. People will talk about you. Never know our leader, Mazen Nandekano. But he has a past and he has a future. And everything he has done in his past, they would have haunted him today if his hands was not clean. But believe me, when God prepare you for a great mission, he don't allow you to soil your life, to mess up your life. He always guide you. And every mistake you make becomes an example for others to follow. And they will appreciate you for that. That is the Creator working. We will talk about them. We will talk about Mazimefo. We will talk about every IPOB member that has worked. We will talk about all of you. And this should also call us to begin to re-examine and re-evaluate our stand where we say we're IPOBians. Is that how they call it? You should begin to re-evaluate yourself, because people who are not yet born today will tell the story of everything we have done. If you have this mindset, you should be very careful. You should be very careful. You see, my father said to me, when you want to open the eye of a blind man, you must consider three things first of all. Because the moment you open their eyes, these things will hurt you. Find out their mindset before they went blind. Find out what they were thinking throughout the period they were blind. And then be very careful of the first thing they see. Because these three things will form the basis of the judgment and how they will react against you. And that is why Nigerians haven't taught us hate speech. Want to do law of hate speech. It doesn't work. It will work. Because every bullet they shoot will kill them first of all. And that is why when we come, we tell you this is what we represent. And may God help us to represent what we represent. Because outside that, we never resisted. Nigerian has no memory and nothing to talk about them other than they loot, they are criminals, they are thieves, and above all, they are idiots. Idiot is a name of animal. And this animal can only be in the zoo. And so it's all the same anyway. And so we have to take time and analyze it. Let's take a little fresh air. BBC, CNN should help us promote hate speech bill of hanging. These people are useless. You know, all of a sudden they just wake up in the morning and say, oh, we're going to hang all of them. They're using hate speech. But they do not consider their hate actions. That Operation Show of Muzzle in Biafra land is a hate action. Operation Checking Point in Biafra land is a hate action. Operation Close Down Seaport in Biafra land is a hate action. Operation shut down Enugu airport and no international airport. No airport whatsoever in southeast of Biafra land. It's a hate action. Operation we manufacture oil and you take it to London and you sell it back to us. It's a hate action. There are some things you people think you can hide. But you're from your mouth, the Creator have declared judgment for all of you. So when we say personality profile, people must fasten their seatbelt and get ready, because so much to see, so much to talk about. And maybe you should listen to this. Maybe you should listen to it. You may be able to learn one or two things anyway.
Themselves, they don't even own the natural resources in their countries any longer. I'll give you an idea. I'll give you an instance. In 1974, Nigeria was the third largest oil producing nation in the world. Today, Nigeria does not own its own oil reserves, which is still the third largest in the world, but BP and Shell and Exxon owns all the rights of the oil in Nigeria. They take the oil out of it, and after that they sell it back to the Nigerian government. Themselves, they don't even own the natural resources in their countries any longer. I'll give you an idea. I'll give you an instance. In 1974, Nigeria was the third largest oil producing nation in the world. Today, Nigeria does not own its own oil reserves, which is still the third largest in the world, but BP and Shell and Exxon owns all the rights of the oil in Nigeria. They take the oil out of it, and after that they sell it back to the Nigerian government. Themselves, they don't even own the natural resources in their countries any longer. I'll give you an idea. I'll give you an instance. In 1974, Nigeria was the third largest oil producing nation in the world. Today, Nigeria does not own its own oil reserves, which is still the third largest in the world, but BP and Shell and Exxon owns all the rights of the oil in Nigeria. They take the oil out of it, and after that they sell it back to the Nigerian government.
And now, maybe you begin to understand what hate action is. Nigeria owns the third largest oil producing company or zoo in the world. But more than 50 years later, Nigeria still remains the third largest, as they said, let's go by that. But today, Nigeria don't have oil reserve. Then Shell, Chevron, Eni, Saipem, all the oil companies in the world, they have their headquarters in Nigeria. They steal this oil, they take it to their land, they return it, they sell it for us. Hate action. It doesn't bother them. Nigerians are living below abject poverty level. It doesn't bother them. There is no electricity in Nigeria. It doesn't bother them. There is no medical facility in Nigeria. It doesn't bother them. There is no good road. It doesn't bother them. There is no airport. It doesn't bother them. Educational facility is done. It doesn't bother them. These are hate action. It doesn't bother FBI. It doesn't bother Theresa May, Rola Lady Dan, Margaret Thatcher, Peter Buota. It doesn't bother High Commissioner nor Okra. It doesn't bother Facebook. All this hate action doesn't bother any of you. But you know, we have to say it is the hate speech. That is what bothers all of you. May Amadio have mercy upon all of you. It's a hate speech. Hate speech. But let's go back to the history. And so our people will begin to appreciate what Mazen and the Kano have been doing here. And of course, what IPOB have been doing. Because most of you don't understand. Oh, our one Nigeria, we are the intellectual of one Nigeria. You are idiot. You should be ashamed of yourself. You know, we the intellectual of one Nigeria, we the lawmakers, we the Ndioshi. But let's find out who some of them are. Understand, anything you are doing today, we are keeping your record. Let's go to personality profile. Because our people must know the truth. and understand how to be able to navigate their way forward after today. In every civilization, in every culture, there have always been men and women who stood up and fought to either preserve, to defend, or to destroy their own people. They are always there. You see, America to be where they are today, it's not because they have intellectuals, scientists, engineers, and so forth, but because there were somebody around them who threatened them with their greatness, and that is Russia, USSR as they called them then. I've had access to a documentary program known as How We Got Here. The Soviet Union were doing everything possible, and America was afraid. If we allow Soviet Union to go ahead of us, and then the world is in trouble. And so when Soviet Union, Russia go to space, American go to space. When they go to moon, American go to moon. When they produce plane, American produce plane. When they produce robot, American produce robot. When they produce Boko Haram, American produce Boko Haram. That is how they got there. Most of you don't know. And so in every civilization, before Russia fell, America didn't conquer Russia, but somebody from Russia showed USSR to America. Intelligent. He sold out his people, though he died at the end of the day. His story is written. To the Americans, he may be a hero, but he remained a saboteur because he betrayed his people. Though there is no more Russian or Soviet Union, their own evil was even, their own evil has touched heaven. That is why God pieces them. But they remain a curse before them. This is personality profile, you must understand. Men and women in different time and dispensation stood either to destroy or to preserve their culture, the civilization of their people. Some even go to the extent to bastardize their own blood lineage. But we are here to correct those mistakes. And to do that, we'll start from somewhere. Let us remember them so that whatever we do today, you may be rest assured that people will remember us. People will remember you. Be very careful, because what they will remember will always be in line with your action. Today, I'm an IPOB. I'm talking of myself. And believe me, I had a voice on the radio. The voice calling for freedom. The voice speaking for defenseless people like me. The voice speaking for aggrieved people like me. The voice calming down people like me. Because we're actually looking for a way to burn this zoo. But then we heard the voice. And then we followed. And then we are here today. We can only make sure that the very principle that governs this struggle is what we live by. Because people will talk about us, whether we are there or we are not there. Friends and enemies will talk about us. But understand, nobody can lie against you, then it will land. Let's go back to the Bible a little bit. Watch all the patriots of faith, heroes of faith in the Bible. All of them served God a different level of magnitude, as the case may be. But let me tell you, there are few of them that are standing. Let's look at Samuel. Samuel had two children, Hophni and Phinehas, who actually were opposite of their father. Samuel couldn't stand the sight of his children when he was old as an old man. During the time where Eli the priest was serving in the temple of Jerusalem, the sons of Eli and that of Samuel was a menace to the people of Israel. But Samuel knew the truth. As a man of integrity, he couldn't handle the mantle of office, the leadership of Israel, to his children, because they understood one truth. These are the people of God. Everybody will have to answer for himself. And Samuel gathered the people and said, I have failed. I'm a terrible father. The same thing was the case of Eli. But they didn't want this nonsense to continue after they are gone. Their children were not moral, and as such could not lead the people of God. But then they have to clear their name. And they said to the people, and now I challenge you before God and man, I, Samuel, I am not just a kingmaker. I am a prophet. I have served Israel with every sincerity. And today, my days are numbered. For I must join my ancestors. But I do not want any of you to gossip about me when I'm gone. And so I summon you before God and before man. If I have taken your sheep, if I have taken your cow, if I have taken anything that belongs to you, please rise up and speak, or forever hold your peace. Nobody in Israel could challenge Prophet Samuel for any sin. He acknowledged his children were not moral, but he was Samuel and his children was his children, and he passed on. And so no matter how the enemy want to write about the story of Samuel, Samuel remained a man of integrity before the Creator. For he alone can question him. And today, be rest assured, your friends will write about you. Your enemies will write about you. But only the truth about you will stand the test of time. You are a governor in Biafra land. You are a Biafran saboteur. You are Nayangodo, Haneze Ndibu, Amayana of Niger Delta, whatever you call yourself. Posterity will judge all of you. The law of karma is waiting. Everything you have done today, the world will speak about it. One of the principles that guide us here in IPOB is because we understand that everything we do on this platform, they will echo into eternity. For this shall be in the lips of 1,000 generations. For our deed this day will last beyond the pyramids of Egypt. Make no mistake about that. And so we begin to consider certain people who has walked this road before us, what they saw, what they did, who they are. Maybe we can draw motivation and inspiration from them. Maybe we should curse them, because the journey has just begun. And of course, I didn't place them on alphabetical order, but I just pick their name and let's watch them one after the other. Number one on my list is Mazen Ejike. Mazen Ejike was born in 1914, November 29. And he died in 1956. They call him a Nigerian nationalist. They say he's a writer. They say he's advanced from a chorister to an organist, and then a teacher in Anglican church school, and then along the line he became a student in America, and then a cultural and economics. This is Maze Ejike. He's supposed to be from Aruchuku, because in his time, I don't think there was anything like Abia State. There could be Abia, but he was not from Abia State. He's from Aruchuku, whatever that place is now anyway. I've been to his house. And then I went to Alesoti's house then. For the first time, the person that took me there said, look at this house. It belongs to Father. He called him Father Mbono Ejike. And I said, who is the man? And he told me. Despite whatever Nigerian call him, but there are a few things I want you to know about him. He's everything they called him. These are the people that criticize the terrorists that call themselves colonial master. They tell them, you can't do this. What is good for the goose is good for the ganja. It has to be this way. But let me tell you what killed him. Go and look at his history according to Yoruba. The first thing that will appear there is that he belongs to Ogboni fraternity. At that time, there is nowhere Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani can control our people. And so, there is no Biafran person, not to talk of Igbo man, that can belong to Ogboni fraternity. At that time when Mbono Ejike existed. But this is to hide, to code the mysterious death surrounding him. Now let me tell you. In 1960, having formed the zoo called Nigeria, they sent forth accountant generals. One from Biafra land, one from Arewa North, one from Oduduwa West. The three of them were the accountant general, permanent secretary, auditor, any name you want to call them. But they are the three individuals that give account of everything regarding Nigeria. But as you will always know, the Yoruba didn't go to school. The Hausa Fulani didn't go to school. He was the only educated person there, but he was an upright man. He was an upright man. Mbonu Ejike. And so then they come the era of politics. The same Nnamdi Azikiwe used Nigerian money to do election. He thought he will win. He didn't win. And after he lose, they call them Auditor General or Accountant General, whatever name, useless name Nigerian call them. They call them, come and give us account. But Yoruba can write and cannot read. Fulani Hausa can write and cannot read. Only Mbonu Ejike. He called Zeke of Africa and said, the money I lend to you to do election, you have to return it. Zeke cannot return it. But I have to tell you, it's painful. People started calling Ejike Mbono. Please now, you can't disgrace your brother now. Please now, you cannot tell Nigeria now. Please now. Because Emakwan came make personality profile. But Mbono Ejike forever will have our respect. They told Ejike to concoct the whole account. Mbono Ejike said this is against the oath we took, because they took oath. They took oath. Nigerians, they took oath. 3 of them took oath. And from that day, Mbono Ejike, for the sake of Nnamdi Azikiwe, presented to Nigeria the fake accounts. And after he did that, he returned home and died. He died for Nnamdi Azikiwe because he thought Nnamdi Azikiwe meant well for Ndibo. But he was the best of all the Biafrans that have walked this earth. He remains my hero. He remains our hero. I don't know about you anyway. You are entitled to your opinion. Like I will write about our history. Friends and enemy alike. And that is how he died. Has Nigeria never said anything about him? No. They are telling you, oh, remember Zeke, remember Zeke, remember Zeke. This is personality profile. We will move ahead to the second on my list. The second on my list is Dele Igiwa. Like I said, I'm not following them alphabetically how they happen. Anyone I present ticket. Dele Igiwa. Dele Igiwa was born on the 16th of March, 1947. He was killed by a later bomb from Babangida in Lagos, in his house in Lagos in 1986. The assassination occurred 2 days after DSS visited him. You know, DSS changed their name from SSS. They are now DSS. So if I say he was killed 2 days after SSS went to interview him, what I'm saying invariably in a modern day is that he was killed 2 days after DSS went to interview him. But you go and find out the personality profile of Dele Igiwa, you will think Dele Igiwa is a Yoruba man. It's not a Yoruba man. It's a Bini man. But these people were born between the boundary of Edo State and Ondo State. And of course, between the boundary of Ondo State and Edo State, you have a lot of people there. You have Iwaki people there. You have Ubojobu people there. You have Naipo people there. All these people I'm telling you are Abo people. And so when our leaders say the boundary of Biafra land start with that of Ondo State, we are not stupid. We just don't say anything. But we know who our people are. And this is a clarion call for those of you Bini people who think you are from Yoruba. You are not Yoruba. It was easy to cross from those states, Okada, and then you go down maybe through Owo Road or whatever road. You come out from any Yoruba. Of course, Ibadan was there as a city that built saboteurs in our land. And most of us answer the Yoruba name. But they were never Yoruba. Dele Igiwa, no single Yoruba blood in Dele Igiwa. But Dele Igiwa was the founder of what was known as Newswatch. Newswatch was a platform people like, is it Stiri Stiba or what they call him? All those people that say the truth. I remember in those days as a child, when Newswatch want to present their news, is it Stiri Stoba or something? I can't pronounce it. Everybody focus on Newswatch because they tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Dele Igiwa was the founder and the editor general. He saw Nigeria. If Dele Igiwa was alive today, he would have made every evidence available for the world not to be able to deny the fact that the man in Aso Rock is Jubri. That was the like of Dele Igiwa. The day he was murdered was the day journalism in Nigeria was murdered and the Yoruba took over the contract. But go and read his history, his biography. He looks like a Yoruba man. But I'm from Bende State. I was born and brought up in Bende State. I know every story in Bende State. All the way from Esako Ekpoma Uchiuromi, down to Robo, Abraka, Sekiri, Patani, Ole, down to Anyocha, Eka, Otolopu, Akomazo, Weri, all the nook and cranny of Bende State. You don't tell me anything. I trek it with my leg. And I know my people when I see them. He was murdered. But I won't go more than that. But they present him as a Yoruba. So you think Yoruba is fighting for freedom of speech and press or journalism? No. Yoruba don't have, they are chameleon in nature. They can't help it. They don't have what it takes to tell you the truth. They can be leading you to heaven, but they are not taking you to heaven. This is one truth you can be rest assured of. But it's my hero, Dele Igiwa. He died with later bomb. When DSS visited him in his house in Lagos. Yeah, Dele Igiwa, be very careful that a treason is not proven. He said, what do you mean? This thing you are talking about, indictment, please take it easy because you can wound somebody or somebody can be wounded. He said, I don't understand. They said, okay, anyway, since you don't understand, the president sent his condolence. He said, what do you mean by condolence? They said, no, just some token, just for the family. But then read it, go through the letter and then respond back. He was on his dining table eating. He never knew it was a letter bomb. He put it on his lap while he was eating. And the next thing was explosion. He died. Nigerians don't remember that too, because it will expose them. It is hate speech. How can you say Dele Igiwa was killed by a Nigerian president? Babangida? How can you say so? He said hate speech. He said hate speech. Dele Igiwa children, I hope you are hearing the hate speech. But it's our hero. I think our leader in his last broadcast said we will build a house for Dele Igiwa. In their time, they were murdered. Journalists died. It's not Yoruba. It's a Biafra supposedly, I must tell you. Because these are the people who were so close to Yoruba. The same way some other people are close to Yoruba. Because in their mind, Yoruba is taking you to heaven. You will wish you never associated with them. We go to number 3. We have Chine Achebe. Chine Achebe, they say, was born a Nigerian novelist. He was a poet. He's a professor. He was a cleric. You can talk about his first novel, which is Things Fall Apart. Widely read book in modern African literature. He was born in 1967, November 1930, in Ogidi. He died in 21 March 2013 in Boston, Massachusetts, United States. Chine Achebe. Who is Chine Achebe? There is no black man that wrote like Chine Achebe. Ogidi man. Nobody. Nobody. How many of your book are you going to talk? But to tell you how these people are evil, do you know who is the Lauren Nobel? It is Wolon Shoyinka. Only Things Fall Apart. If you divide Things Fall Apart into 5, one part is bigger than all the book written by Wolon Shoyinka. But yeah, Wolon Shoyinka is the Lauren Nobel. Not Chine Achebe. The greatest black writer that has ever walked on earth here. Chine Achebe. Ogidi man. That time there was nothing like Anambra. But there was Ogidi. For your information, Moritola Mohammed, Moritola Mohammed, Moritola Kere Imo State, Moritola Kere Anambra State, Moritola Kere. Don't forget that. Maybe it will bring you back home. But what I want you to understand about Chine Achebe is that he was the PA of Nnamdi Azikiwe. He tried his best to bring Nnamdi Azikiwe back, to no avail. But he had a secret. He knew that the current new generation Nigeria was out for one thing: to destroy us as a people. And so every secret regarding us as a people, he coded them in his book. You think he was writing because he was writing a book? He was actually preparing the ground for the next generation of Biafrans to know who they are. And today, the books written by Chine Achebe can only be discipled, catalogued. When I go to Things Fall Apart, and when I'm thinking about Obiareka, when I'm thinking about Ebubedike, when I'm thinking about those people there, I know what he was talking about. He was not just writing a book. He was keeping our history for us so nobody can confuse us about them. You go and read the books written by Chine Achebe. Maybe you begin to have your senses back. He's my hero. I don't know about you anyway. Like I said, the history, your enemy has a different perspective, and so your friends. But the truth will prevail in the end. We move ahead. Having considered Chine Achebe, we go to Samuel Ononoka Mbakwe, also known as the Sam. He was an Igbo politician, a governor of Imo State, southern Nigeria, from 1st October 1979 until 31st of December 1983. The Sam Mbakwe International Cargo Airport, located in Owerri, the state capital, was named after him. In 1981, Sam Mbakwe set up Imo State University. He was born in 1929. He died on the 6th of January 2004 in Obo War. But who is Sam Mbakwe? Whatever you have in Imo State, in Abia State, most of the industry you see that have been shut down by Fulani terrorists and the British government, here in Biafra land, these were the work of Sam Mbakwe. You know, as a child, my father was very fascinated about this man. I don't know him. In fact, my immediate younger brother was called Sam Mbakwe. That was his nickname, because they say Sam Mbakwe is short man, a little bit plumpy. My brother is a very short man, a little bit plumpy and fair. My immediate younger brother. And so the way they praise him with Sam Mbakwe, I know Sam Mbakwe could not be any other person more than a hero. I understand Sam Mbakwe widow is still suffering today, except some few good men will go and give her pocket money. Because how dare your husband develop Imo State? How dare your husband Sam Mbakwe develop Abia State? How dare he develop Biafra land? But if you are Sam Mbakwe, understand your father may be dead, but he lives in our heart. The earlier you emulate your fathers that have legacy to be proud of, the better for all of you. But he's a hero. We must continue. We look at Alex Ekweme. He has different name. The first elected vice president in Nigeria. From 1979 to 1983, before the late terrorist Buhari overthrew the first elected democratic president of the zoo called Nigeria. Alex Ekweme was the vice president. In fact, he was referred as the president that was never be. The president that was never. Or how do they put the grammar? The president that never be. That was what they call Alex Ekweme. Because the few 79 to 83, where they tried to couple Nigeria a little bit, Shagari is the dumbest idiot that has ever walked on this earth. Very idiot. I think he's still alive. The same way you hear Abacha. He's another idiot. It was the Diabo that root for them. These are stark illiterate. Of course, you are in Nigeria. The Britain like sending idiots to rule you. Look at your Buhari before he died. Show us your certificate. He will hire all the American lawyer and Britain lawyer to defend him. Just show us your certificate. Unless Ikweme was a honorable man. He was indicted by late Buhari. But they couldn't find anything against him. They were the people who thought they can build Nigeria. Unless they find Chukwu Ikweme. He's from Anambra State. He was born in 1932. He died in 19 November 2017 in London, United Kingdom. I don't want us to be united. But of course, I don't want to go deep. Just few points. So you go and find out who these people are. And the way you are misbehaving, whoever you are, you should know one day will come, we will tell your story. And then we have another one called Ambrose Ali. Ambrose Ali looks like almost Dele Igiwa. From the same area Dele Igiwa come from. Ambrose Ali is the first governor of Bender State. His name is Ambrose Ali Folorunshon. But then most of you will think he's a Yoruba. He's not a Yoruba. We share boundary with the Yoruba. It was easy for some of these people to go and think association and assimilation. Ambrose Ali, I must tell you, the mother is from Asaba region, and everything about him start and end in Bender State. I have searched to see Nigerian talk about him. They make this man look as if he's from Ondo State. Until I went to look at a documentary about Ambrose Ali, written by one Osunde something. And that was when I saw all the history of this man. His government of 3 years was overthrown by Buhari, the terrorist, the late Buhari. And do you know that in 2 years, Ambrose Ali built 338 secondary schools in Bender State? Between 1979 till they were overthrown. Of course, it took him 1 year to balance in office as a governor. Ambrose Ali, if Bender State went to school, you ever know anything like free education? Ambrose Ali were part of the people who did it. And so in 2 years, Ambrose Ali built 338 secondary schools in Bender State. In one state, 338. Whereas the current day governors are destroying the school they met. At least the terrorist colonial masters, as they call themselves, led school, which all of you chimpanzee governors have destroyed. But do you know that late Buhari locked up Ambrose Ali in the prison? And when they released Ambrose Ali, he was blind already. Ambrose Ali used to stay in a house, not up to half a kilometer from my parents' house. Those of you who are from Abo, Ambrose Ali used to live inside the house. When they released Ambrose Ali, he was in Abo, Marere Street. Inside the house was where he stayed. He was a blind man. Because that house in Marere Street, inside the family where he stayed, that is the house of that is his maternal home. It's not a Yoruba, nothing like a Yoruba there. And when he died, when they released him as a blind man, he came to his sister's house and stayed there. Why did he come there? Because as a governor, he didn't build the estate. He don't have any house. In fact, when he died, there was no place to bury him. Can you imagine a governor, a councillor, a senator, serving for 3 years, and they don't have a house? It's something you can't think about this day. And then the Bender stayed there, rally around and say, no, this man cannot die like this. They now built a bungalow where they buried him. He's my hero. Thank God to late Buhari, who was able to cripple all of them. But this is a personality profile they don't tell you. It will expose Nigeria for who they really are. And they are celebrating, oh, Zikiwe, oh, Ndioshina and Ndiama. But of course, everybody must understand that everything you have done today, they will remember you. We go to Evan Ukoku. Evan Ukoku. Who is Evan Ukoku? You have a place they call Ikoku in River State. You have Ikoku in Imo State. Who is Evans Ikoku? He was born on August 1st, 1900. He died in November 1971. He was a Nigerian, as they say, educationalist, a statesman, an activist, and a politician. But I can tell you that Evan Ikoku simply say he fought for educational bill of rights. Is that grammar correct in modern days? He fought for educational bill of right or right of bill. Ken Saro-Wiwa fought for bill of rights of Oye. There are people fighting for bill of resource control, bill of oil well control. He fought for bill of rights, educational bill of rights. What does it mean? He was the one that implemented the policy or the constitution or the bylaw or any jargon name they will call it and said, no, the people of Nigeria should have access to free education. I, as a person, I must tell you, I started paying school fees almost towards the end of my secondary school. And so from primary school to wherever, I didn't pay school fees. It was free education. I remember the first school fees I paid was 47 naira. It was so painful. My parents was like, how can we be paying school fees? How can then it was, what do they call that bank? New Nigerian Bank is what they call it. New Nigerian Bank. That was where I went to. It's no longer in existence anyway. I went to pay my school fees, 47 naira. Then it was free education. This is the handwork of FF and Ikoku, among others. Do not think these men did all these things by just, writing petition. They risk their life themselves. It is like tomorrow, when people will talk about what Mazen and the Kano have done. To some generation yet unborn, they will think we were just telling story. When we come here, we say, Mazen Mefo say, I will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. We keep repeating it. Some people say it's just to make a declaration. There is more beneath that the eye can see. For there is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. But of course, we must continue. Personality profile. We go ahead and look at people like Iyo Eta. People like Alamesia. Alamesia is there today. The Bayelsa people don't know what he did for them. Everything Dixon and all of them are enjoying, including good luck. Alamesia did it. His son was first killed in Dubai. And then British government helped them to mesmerize them. But at least at this moment, whatever Bayelsa is, Alamesia is your hero. Your one and only hero. For when other people die, we will know what they have done for you. Are we going to go and talk about people like Odimegu Chukwuemeka Ojukwu? Are we going to talk about people like Ifa Jonah? Ifa Jonah. Will time permit us to talk about people like Akanebiam, the rugged young boy? Akanebiam, the guy they name after Enugu local airport, but they call it international airport anyway. The one who took all his degree, returned it to terrorist Terizame family, and demand justice for the people of Biafra. Are we going to talk about women riot? That should be an eye-opener to all of us. These people, 3 of them, they congregate around themselves. And they said no. Her husbands cannot be dehumanized, and we are still going through the same thing. One of the women was from Bende in Abia State today. Another one was from Cross River State. And then another one from Imo State. That was when women were women. But I'm happy Biafran women are rising again. 55 of them were shot by British government. 55 of our mother faced terrorists in the face. They had gun, beat men up. 55 of them died. One Cross River State woman, one Bende woman, one Imo State woman, and then you have the BPO, you have the Efik, you have the Andoni, you have the Okobo, you have the John, you have every woman who is a Biafran woman. All of them gathered. March from Calabar to Bende, from Bende to Imo. They demanded for one thing, right to self-determination. And British government, as hopeless and useless as they are, they opened fire and killed 55 of them. But why are you saying it? It's hate speech. It's hate speech. But what about Ifa Jonah? We would have been very proud of him, but very little left about him. The first gold medalist, black man to win more than one gold medalist. It should be about 3 or 5 of gold medalists in one Olympic game. That zoo, Colosseum, they used to distract you people and keep you remain sleeping. Ifa Jonah. He saw that Ojukwu army. They handed over to him as a general. Somewhere in Shagamu. He went to Ibadan to romance Yoruba woman and abandoned those people there. He came back when he saw Enugu has failed. He came to mock Ojukwu. And so when you hear our ancestors sing, Ewo muna nwanem jenaga akpiri ego Ifa Jonah relani. Ewo muna nwanem jenaga nwana pụtara ụzọ re nwanne ya o nwana pụtara ụzọ re nwanne ya o Angemeri awụsa ndị na-amara Chukwu tigbe ya zọgbuwa n'ihi ewo Angemeri awụsa ndị na-amara Chukwu tigbe we zọgbuwa n'ihi. Whatever the case may be, we will remember you. So up your game. You are building Bakassi to stop IPOB in this our land. Up your game. You are bringing Fulani to terrorize us in order to pave way for Ruga. Up your way. You that is selling land in Anambra, you are arresting our people. We are documenting your stupidity. Up your game. You are anywhere in the world working with Nigerian embassy. You want to undermine our decision. Up your game. We are keeping your record. But don't forget, oh you simple Biafran men. Don't forget, oh you simple Biafran innocent women. Biafra is our only hope. I'll be back in a minute.
Biafra is our only home. It is our only home. From the rising of the sun to the going of the same, we must fight till the end to restore our motherland. Oh, Biafra is our only home, is our only hope, Biafra. We must always strive to do what we ought to do, to restore Biafra back, hope of our children. Oh, Biafra is our only home, is our only hope, Biafra. From the rising of the sun to the going of the same, we must fight till the end to restore our motherland. Oh, Biafra is our only home, is our only hope, Biafra.
Of course, Biafra is our home and our only hope. Of course, at this moment, our lines are open. You are Biafran anywhere in the world. This rain will follow. O telende ni regisha nya kpato makasa. Enye jiko ke kwoku maka ndi wanyi so nya jike kwoku ofa. Onu kwa je kwoku. Enye kwa agwo no nu heba ha san ire kwoku. Kwademe ni no kezu ejenu ya kana sai na agwo no kwademe. Onye makwe na asuni ya so imodo. Onye amale ni kwa na asuni ya so mapakale. Ogan la lo nya ole ke Joseph aneje. O menu nya ole rero na ka agbachi nkete. Ndi Awusa le ndi Fulani le ndi Yoruba regisha nya kpato makasa. Onu rara ihu ra ne manya ratu onu. Of course, you have to look for the IPOB closer to you and join. Look for IPOB family closer to you and join. Send us your name, your data, your location, and the nearest coordinator will join you. We will take our life back because it has been taken from us. We want our land back. Believe me, we are evil. We love the evil. Let us remain evil. How should it be your problem? Well, we kill themselves if you let them go. But this is exactly what we want. Allow us to kill ourselves. Kill us in it. And of course, our WhatsApp line is simple 07081545642. All inquiries to our WhatsApp line. And of course, the principal officer assigned to attend to you are waiting for you already. 07081545642 is the WhatsApp line. Our direct line is 081221 52971. Direct line again is 081221 52971. And the special number for the female is 081 288 58614. Special number for the female is 081 288 58614. Call on WhatsApp, are you there? Call on WhatsApp, are you there?
Good evening, Onyibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Ifeanyi Ijoma. I'm calling you right now from Onitsha. Precisely. Onyibe, I weep. I'm not happy anymore because of the way we are suffering in this country. The zoo, the country zoo called Nigeria. I have spent time with that number out there in Nigeria, and I can never be a Nigerian because my father fought the war. What makes my father to fight the war is simple because my father is not in Nigeria. He's a Biafra man. So me now coming up and they say that I'm not a Nigeria. It's not by mistake. That is the fact. Onyibe, I don't have much thing to say this night. But that is sure that we must go home, whether devil like it or not, whether Nigeria government like it or not, whether our whether in short, whatever they did, whether Britain like it. I'm telling to Britain, I'm talking to them. Britain is evil, and that evil will swallow them, whether they like it or not. We must go home. We must go home. I thank God for this, our dread Nandi Carlo. Without Mazin Nandi Carlo, without IPOB, Fulani Hillsmen would have used us to, in short, to do pursuit. Nobody will talk about us, and nobody is there to defend us. Without our Onyendu, Ahmadi Mazin Carlo. In fact, Onyibe, I'm happy. I'm weeping as you are talking this night. I'm weeping, Betty. There's no problem. We must go home. Biafra or death.
Thank you very much. Our people must understand this truth. Some people have laid down their life, maybe in a very small way, but we will never forget them. We will never forget them. Everything you are doing today, we will never forget you. We will remember your children. We will remember them. For whatever you have done, you shall be remembered. Are you there? Call on the line. Call on the line. Are you there? And when I pick your call, I will expect that you stop listening to your radio and then you go ahead and air your view. There is always a distance between you and me in terms of communication. So once your call picks, keep on saying, if you're not talking, I will tell you. Are you there? Caller on the line.
Hello.
Yes, good evening from here. Go ahead, please. Of course, that is the same thing that I said. Are you there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, my brother. My name is Mazi Almoka, calling from Nasarawa State, Mazi Onyibe. God bless you. Ototo and Abane. There for this our station. Just they give us many hope. Give us every morning, every night, give us strength. May God bless you. God bless your family. God bless our leader Nnamdi Kanu. God bless you, Jemofo, my brother. God. Like I see, this is our last caller now. Every day, if I listen for you, I listen for you this evening. You talk about Yoruba church, my brother. Everything you talk everything is truth, because those people, Yoruba and Fulani and Hausa, they just use us, just on our brain. My brother, just sometimes you go to church, nobody can speak our language again. Know everything English. Nobody teach us how they speak our language. Without Radio Biafra, us na zero. Without Nnamdi Kanu, South is zero. My brother, my Nnamdi can make me. Today, I know everything. I know how much I spend for this Izu country every year to Banza. Nnamdi can make us stop everything. But Chukwu Okike Abiyama bless you. My brother, I see we are there now. We are all over there for this Nasarawa Zoo country, my brother. If you see what they happen here everywhere, my brother, nobody talk about good of Nigeria again. Nobody talk about good of Nigeria. Some slave one Benue man, a graduate last year. He talk about Buhari, he talk about Biafra. He would be Biafra because they listen to my Biafra radio from my shop. Yesterday the man come and shop say yes. Say that thing what they say. I thought I said I no go school. You go school, me no know anything. Yesterday come and shop say yes. Everything why they say that now you don't see it national truth. My brother, which I go tell you now, God control the bless now. You have no shame me and you.
Thank you very much. And you too.
My brother. Thank you.
We're not going anywhere. Our people must understand. These people I have mentioned who bled for our land, they can never be remembered or mentioned by Nigeria. By mistake, they just project them. But they are destroying them gradually. And then the saboteurs, they want to preside them and make them king over us. But we will tell our story. That is why we are here. Biafrans are going, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. We are going home to our own land. Nothing anybody can do. But until then, we will tell them this story right here in the zoo, and the world must know about it. Are you still there, caller on WhatsApp?
Yes.
Good evening from
African
here.
Rep.
Go ahead, please.
Good evening, fellow Biafrans. Good evening, lovers of freedom. My name is Joy Alnawobo. I'm from Abia State in Obingwa local government, Biafra province. And I'm calling from Cross River State, Ekom, Biafra land. Yes, our leader have said it all, and our rep have analyzed and digressed very much tonight concerning this personality profile. He have paid it all. It's left for us, Biafrans, to know which way, to know which hand is good for us to wear the bangle. Yes, when you talk about the wicked leaders that have been led out astray today, we will know that and understand very well that these people have come to kill us. They have come to kill us. I listened to this audio. I have come to understand that even our resources, our oil does not even belong to us again. Biafrans can testify to that. The British company take it to British. They bring it back to Nigeria. Is that not madness? Total madness.
They fight in the Senate and say subsidy, subsidy. When they are calling subsidy, you think they are doing you a favor. But we will remember all of them. We shall remember them.
Total
Idiots.
madness. They are all mad. They are preaching hatred. Igbo hate themselves, Igbo hate themselves, and they are killing us. It's them now that is reminding us that if they let us go, we will kill ourselves. So what about the genocide that have been committing against us? They are not counting that one. Oh, they think that we have forgotten. We are counting it for them. The Biafran genocide, the British and the Nigerian government committed against us, we are counting it and we are keeping the record for them. As for their servants, Azikiwe, our leader have promised him, and it's going to be like that. Very soon we'll march to his grave and assume his cough, and we'll burn it at the center of the road. He called us rebels. After he have seen that many trillions upon billions of Biafrans have been murdered in his face, he called us rebels. Can never be well with him, even inside his grave. He can never be well with that man. He can never be well with him. He thinks that he have died, everything has died off. It have not though. It have not. He caused the aid workers to close the whole borders, and they were not bringing food to Biafran land. Children were starved. They starved and died of kwashiorkor, malnutrition. Our mothers were raped and murdered, and he called us rebels. Posterity will come before him. We are counting it for them. Everybody should understand in Biafra that the only thing, that the only hope is our freedom. Only for us in IPOB as Biafran, as a Biafran, to stand our ground and do what we are asked to do. If we do it, we are not going to regret it. Thank you, Mas.
Thank you
for giving me this opportunity. May the Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to strengthen you and protect you. In the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama.
See, are you there? Call on WhatsApp.
Yes, I'm here, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
Sir, I just want to give God the glory for having you this evening. I know it's not easy to get you. Pray that Almighty God will continue strengthening you and be strengthening also our leader and deputy and all principal officers. And also I ask the Almighty God to work to strengthen all the IPOB worldwide. So I'm so grateful on the teachings and the lessons that you are giving to us. I'm just praying God that Biafra should come more rapidly so that we can be able to have you in full, because what you are teaching, that those things are not even taught in universities, and these things are giving us happiness.
They don't even want you to know those people existed. They want you to think it's only buffoon like Rogers Okorocha, Uzojus Okalo, all those people they push around. They want you to look up to them as your leader, and then you start behaving like them. They will never let you know that there are men and women who drop their chieftaincy title and defend their land. When you hear about Akanobiam, you think these people are ordinary people. They say to hell with comfort, to hell with award, to hell with chieftaincy ties to Igwe Nala, to hell with everything. Freedom of my people first. They never want you to know about them because they want you to only see the baboons in Aso Rock, the beggars like Nayanwodu. These are people they want you to think about. And then you begin to reduce yourself to their level. No, we are more than that. Our people must know that. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir. I am so much waiting. There is nothing I can eat and forget Biafra. That's even when I'm sleeping, I just want to hear a command from our leader. Though I'm not home, I'm in Ghana, but I'm just waiting to hear a command. Since they don't want to give us Biafra peacefully, whatever it will take. I have said it time without number that even though we have to pay with our lives, it doesn't bother us. But Biafra must be free. Some people used to say it is either Biafra or death. There is nothing like either Biafra or death. It is either Biafra or Biafra. You cannot change it. In this era, Biafra, even though if they want, let them do whatever they like, but Biafra must come this time. So, sir, thank you very much. Continue. May the Almighty Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to strengthen you, give you more wisdom, protect you, and grant you health so that you will be doing that which you know how to do. and we'll be benefiting. Thank you, sir. Good night.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Our God is faithful and there is nothing anybody can do about that. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there? Caller on the line, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Eunice Abai Ejimole. I'm from Abriba. I've called to know the house that I will join. But I've called, he sent me one coordinator. And he told me that he's come. I give him every of my listing. And he told me that he's coming. Up till now, I have not heard from him. Later I call again. Up till now, I have not seen him.
Did you save the number with which you were called at the initial stage?
Yes, I saved the number.
Okay, call the number.
I saved it with.
Still call the number.
I saved the number.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
I saved the number. I write coordinator so that I will remember it's him. So later when I'm not hearing from him, I called again. I've called up to more than 5 times.
See what you will do. Still send me back your data on that WhatsApp line. I'll follow it up myself. Do indicate you're the person that called me. I'll follow it up myself.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We must continue. Our people must understand. All we want to do, all we ever ask for, we want to remain ourselves. Nothing more, nothing less. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller, good evening. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Mazi, good evening. My name is Paul, calling from Libreville, Gabon. Mazi, I'm hearing what you are saying concerning what is going on in the zoo. What I want to tell you is that you are doing marvelous work for us, and you and all the whole principal officers around the world. You are formidable. I want to tell you and Biafrans all over the world that Biafra must come. This our generation, Biafra must come. Whether our enemy like it or not, Biafra must come. There's no going back about it. Our leader said that it's the devil alternative. Anyhow they choose it, they will lose. They have to understand that we are ready. We are fanatical about Biafra. So let them understand it very well. What they're supposed to do, anyway, I can say that our referendum or our nation doesn't concern the zoo republic again. Is in the hand of Chukwuka Abiyama will bring our nation as soon as possible. But I want to let them to understand that we must go home, whether they like it or not, whether the saboteur like it or not, whether they development or anywhere, all those foolish governors and who call themselves our leader, our elite. They are not our elite. What we should call them is elite, because when you come and take ite, you always hold the ite. No lieu. India will elite, not elite. Let all Biafrans should understand we don't have any leader except Mazen and the Carlo in our place. Those people are a slave because they decided to wash Fulani pants until they died. So I want to tell them that we must go home. Anything they want, let them do. Biafra must come. Our generation have determined. We have determined to bring Biafra nation. So Maze, you said that you will call me when I called you last time. Even yesterday I sent you a message. You did not call me.
Is it on this studio line or where did you send me message?
Yes, he said that I should send you message on this line.
And then maybe you check, have I read your message?
Yes, you read the message, but I'm expected to see your call.
And then resend it again. If you are sure I've read your message,
Okay.
send it again. Thank you very much.
Okay, I will send it tomorrow morning.
We must continue. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp? Are you there?
Hello.
Good evening from here, ma. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, my brother. I love you. My name is Evangelist Gladys Inachi, calling you from Biafra land. I want to tell you, my brother, I love you. I love your passion. I love your patriotism. I love our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. I love Uche. I love all IPOB members. I belong to IPOB. I'm a Biafran. I listened to your first broadcast and I listened to the second one. I couldn't hold my tears. My prayer is that God, our God, Chukwuka Biama, should baptize our people, the Biafrans, all over the world, with the spirit of this, our patriots, all that you mentioned. I want our people to know that Biafrans are good people. We are good people. We are godly people. We have good hearts. We love humanity. No matter what they are presenting about us, we love ourselves. We are good people. We came from God, according to the history we have learned. We came from God. We belong to God. So no matter what the enemies are doing, the Zulu, they are the Chaldeans, they are the Assyrians. Where are the Assyrians? Where are the Chaldeans that tortured, tormented the Israelites? Where are they today? There is nowhere in the earth you can locate them. So no matter what they are doing to us, I know that there is time for everything. And the time for our freedom have come, and it is now. And they can't stop us. The Bible said when God was born, his mother, Leah, said a troop comes. We, Biafrans, we are troop. No matter what, they can't stop us. We are all over the world. We are uncountable. And our land must be delivered from our enemies. Chukwuka Biama is using people like you, people like our leader, Ucheme, for all the IPOB all over the world. He's using everyone to make sure that our land is delivered. God used human beings. So I want our people not to be afraid. Don't be complaining. Believe that, know that one day you will sleep and wake up and hear that Biafra has come. It must come. It must come. And another thing I want to let our people know is that even Jacob said of God that a troop, this is seen in Genesis 49:19. Jacob prophetically said a troop will trample upon God, but at the end, God will triumph. So don't be afraid, don't be discouraged with what we are seeing. The truth of the matter is that one day, we, the Gadites, we will triumph over our enemies. True Kadama is with us. It's with us. All the people that dealt with Israelites, where are they? Where is Babylon? There is no Babylon. When God arises, when Chukwuka arises, they will all be buried, even Britain. All the people that are helping our enemies. The Bible says that God will, the earth will swallow them. And again, the Bible said in Deuteronomy 33:20-21, God said that blessed is he who enlarges God, whoever that help God, whoever that help we here, the Gadites, God will bless them. Blessed is he who enlarges God. Then, cause is he that deal with other things that think that we are helpless. We are not helpless. We have the greatest hand, the greatest power on earth. The creator of all things is God. And for God, there is time for everything. And this is the time. This is the time. So I want every Biafran to don't be discouraged. No matter what you are seeing, we must march on. God is with us.
Thank you
The
very
day he
much.
will, the announcement is made, Biafra will come and we'll have our freedom. Don't be afraid. Don't complain. Keep faith in what God is using Nnamdi Kanu to do. So my brother, I say God bless you. I love what you are doing. I love your passion. I love your zeal. And God will reward you with our Biafra. God bless you in Jesus'
Thank you.
name.
We must continue. Amen. Are you there, Kola and Waza?
Mazi George Onyibe.
Good evening, sir, from here.
Mazi George Onyibe. Onyogadrema 24/7. The fearless lion with a limited life. Once again, your topic this evening is, it's very educational. I listened to you with my grandson, and he has something to say to you.
Go ahead, please.
The zoo, I wanna pay.
Confirm. All we to her. That is the spirit. That is the spirit. That is how every Biafran should behave. Honestly, I love that. I love that.
That is what I wanna pay.
Confirm. All we to her. That is how it's supposed to be.
I wanna pay. IPOB. Our leader said, I will destroy the zoo. No, we're here for that the zoo. We're here for that the zoo. You know, they're just making noise now and trying to be relevant where there is no relevance. No, there is nothing whatsoever. There's nothing to write home about these people or these zoo people or the country itself. You know, I just thank you for the work you're doing. My greetings to our able leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and his deputy, Uche Mefo, and all of you that is holding this thing together. Because anybody that does not believe that the hand of God is in this project, that person is sleeping. Look at Tinubu is preparing for 2000 and what he's preparing. Yeah? He's got his guys now, all this youth campaigning for him. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Prophecy have released that Jubril is the last president that the zoo will have. Look at he has recruited army to fight IPOB. If the zoo cannot fight IPOB, if the zoo cannot fight IPOB, if the zoo cannot stop IPOB, who is Okezi Bazu and his militants? Legodi militants. My dear brother, that man, what awaits that man? What awaits that man? What awaits Okezi Bazu and his family? I wouldn't like to be in his position, to be very frank with you. I would not like to be in his position. All of them, will you be a no? All of them, what awaits them? If they have sense, they will better repent now and say they've made a mistake. But they don't have sense. Mazi, God bless you and continue the good job.
Thank you very much.
I will drop now for others to come on board.
Of course,
God bless you, sir.
Anywhere. Thank you. We must
Bye
continue.
Bye
Are you there? Call on the line. Call on the line. Are you there? Of course. That is, as always, Zoo Epileptic Network. Our people must understand the reason why they do what they do is just to take everything, every sense of pride or dignity from us, and maybe somehow make us look stupid. But we are really not that stupid. They made sure that anybody who will rise up in defense of Biafra will be humiliated. And so they never say anything about that. But we are here to rewrite the story, of course. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp?
Yes, Mazo Onyibe. Good morning, son.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my name is Mazi Ejike, calling from Mali. I greet all the eminent Biafrans all over the world, especially our leader and every one of us that are on board today, our deputy, our African rep, Mazi Onyibe. What I want to say, remembering our people, those that do good and those that do bad. I want to say something about late Azikiwe, because our leader says something in his last broadcast. He said he will not call him Namde, because that name means a lot, that he will call him Azikiwe. And the same time that day, I stopped calling him Nandi Azikiwe. I called him Azikiwe. I could remember today, there's nowhere we hear the name of his children again. Do you know this very governor of Enugu State, Ugwani, that they begged him to take one of his sons to be a commissioner, mayor commissioner in Enugu State. You drove past through his house. If you set a trap in his house, you will catch very big antelope. The house is nowhere. They will only just try to pet that place. Before you know it, you will see madmen burning fire in his house, day and night. You tell all of them that whatever they do must surely come back to them. They will never go free. Their children will pay. Their grandchildren will pay. All of them from A to Z. Nneanwodo and co. Because it's the step of Azikiwe he's taking. Then he wants his children to come and rule over us. It's lie. He has failed. He will never succeed to do it. There's no way for him to do it. I still want to tell those of us today that are still living. When you hear the veterans are saying that, where are you? Are you there to defend your father's land? Most of them say this, I am here. They made it to be a proud. I watched one of them, very proud, courageous, still coming out today. Where are you? Are you here to defend your people? Or you are here to talk only on radio? When they call meeting, you will not be there. When they call people to come and march out for protest, you will not be there. I hope that most of us are watching film when the Americans go to the war and come back, how they celebrate them, even their living, even their dead ones, how they celebrate them. It's better for you to celebrate, somebody to celebrate you and remember you for a good name. When you drove through Aba Waterside, you will see house that Mbakwe built, 7 stories, close to Slaughter there at Obo Hill. The house still remains as it is, just like they built it today. It's a good name, better than gold and silver. No matter how much you keep on the bank, Fulani men invade your place, you will not have home to go. You will not have anywhere to go. Remember, let's all stop chasing shadow and chase the real thing. That is what I want to say. Wake up on your slumber, join the IPOB, the moving trend. Our leader have never tell us lie. Our leader have never speak something that never come to pass. Only the Biafran. Only the word Biafran, and it must surely come to pass. That is the only thing he said. I will remember you people that the prophet Isaiah give 136 prophecy, but he was alive, 70-something prophecy come to pass. But our leader has give a lot of prophecy, and all of them are happening in his presence. And the Biafra will come in our presence in the name of Chukwu Kabiama. He said,
we must continue. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there? Good evening. Good evening from here.
My name is Ikeri. I'm from Alhambra, North the Process. Onyibe, thank you. God bless you for what you have been doing to our dear nation, Biafra. May God bless my leader, Mazi Namdekano, and his deputy, Mazi Choka Fonefo. May their days be long and prosperous. Their teaching this evening is so beautiful. My dear, that side of David they took from us. That side of David is the thing that will destroy that evil forest that is called Britain. Because in the Bible, when they took the Ark of Covenant of God, when the people took it because they thought they had defeated the Israelites, there was a lot of trouble in the house of those people that took the Ark of Covenant from the rightful people. So as they took everything to their own kingdom, that kingdom will fall and it will be into shambles. And they will see the kingdom of Biafra being risen up. Because what God has written, God has written it. No man shall destroy what God has built. So I believe that Biafra is the work of God. Because if not that Biafra is done by God, they could have exterminated them during the wartime. That time, no media, nothing, no evangelism as we have done this time around. So the whole world gathered to destroy us. But God said, no, that He's not going to destroy us. And God kept us up to this moment. We germinated again. Now that we have germinated, no power shall remove us. Our root is so deep that no power shall uproot us. So this side of David, I remember when my grandfather was alive, this man, my grandfather has a towel. That towel he used to put on his neck. I flash back now to remember it. That towel has that side of David, and he's always using it. So when we tell him that we are going to church, he will now laugh, and he will say that those things that our preachers used to put on the neck, they remove the real thing that they are supposed to put and put what the watchman gave them to put. And I will laugh at him, thinking that he's playing. I will ask him what is the day means. He said that this thing now is our symbol. This thing is life, and this thing is truth, and this thing is God Himself. That part of David. It means truth, life, and honesty. So they turn it onto us and bring all these useless qualities. That a person will sell his own brother because of money. A person will destroy a whole community of his just because of money. Look at what he is doing in Abba. In his own village, he will go and arrest young men from his own village. He refused. He did not even remember that he had a lineage in that village. That his children will one day drop their food in that village. He refused. He started remembering them. What is after is to obey the last command of the Fulani. Our political leaders in Biafra land, they are devil, and they have sold their souls to devil. And God Almighty will destroy them. Anybody that is fighting against Biafra restoration, that person shall die. Though evil men are created for evil days. There are evil men, and they are created for these evil days, and they shall perish with the evil days. Why children of the light shall shine always. All I know is that darkness cannot cover light. Light will always overshadow darkness, and Biafra is light. So we must overcome all the troubles. We must win our enemies. The battle is of the Lord, and the Lord has fought our battle. My dear brother, I so much cherish you. I so much love you. You have taught us a very great lesson. God bless Nnamdi Kanu wherever he is. God bless you, Temefo. God bless you, my African rep. God bless all IPAB members, especially our leadership. They are so formidable. May God be with just all of us. We shall live to see Biafra and beyond. Thank you, my darling brother. Good night. God bless you
very much. We must continue, and good night from here. Our people must understand. We want to go home, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. Are you there on the line?
Yes, if you're a senior brother, man saying to Kwokoro from Ibere,
go ahead.
The award winner. Onyibe, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here.
Yes, man saying to Kwokoro from Ibere. Thank you very much for picking my line. You see, let me tell you something now. Getting your line now is just something like in few years to come, it will be very difficult to get Biafran visa. That is how it is now, getting your line. You understand what I mean? Because in the next 4 or 5 years from now, it will be very hard to get Biafran visa for people to come to Biafra. That is how it is now, getting your line. So I'm very, very grateful that you eventually gotten your line. You see, I like this here topic of a personality profile. Now, the names you mentioned on this here personality profile, they are all good. But I want to continue to take particular interest in Azikiwe. I will not call him Nnamdi Azikiwe again, because my leader said he will never call him Nnamdi. Because that Nnamdi is a hallowed name. Zeke does not warrant that name again. Or his name is Benjamin or Azikwe. That is his name, not Nandi. As from the last day our leader made that pronouncement. So we erroneously believed, we Biafrans, our children in those days, erroneously believed that Zeke was our father. Or even our own fathers in those days was calling him Zeke of Africa. His name looks mysterious to us. But as of today, he has been demystified by our leader. We just look at him as a common man. Can you imagine that Zeke said that 3-point-something million children that died, we brought it upon ourselves? This announcement I'm making, I made it yesterday or 2 days ago at our deputy leaders broadcast. Can you believe that Zeke said that 3-point-something million children that were killed during the Nigerian war against Biafra, not Biafran war, Nigerian war against Biafra, that we brought it upon ourselves, knowing that it was the agreement they reached at Aburi between Gowon and Ojukwu, and the Gowon came here and flouted that agreement and forced Ojukwu to carry his people home, and Gowon took war to us. And now Zeke, who knew all these things, said we brought it upon ourselves. And then he went forward to call General Ojukwu and General Philippation rebels. And most of our soldiers and all our gallant soldiers, Zeke opened his mouth to call them rebels. It will never be good for that man in any way he is, whether he's still alive or he is dead. Like as I said 2 nights ago, if we had known about that clip when he was alive, that clip our leader played, I really don't know how mysterious our leader is to have gotten that clip. Because for 60 years, no person knew about that clip until on Sunday, our leader released that clip. God will continue to bless our leader for showing us this way, because we have never known about this clip. No person even knew about this clip. Even Nyangodo never knew about this clip from Zeke. He opened his mouth and said our general was a rebel. Oh God, it can never be good for him. If we had known about this clip, like as I said, we couldn't have allowed General Abacha to come to Biafra land to come and bury Zeke. He could have carried his body to Zungeru or Lagos. But be it as it may, that is a resting place where they buried him. We are still going to destroy it because our leader has said his head will be brought out and burnt, and it must be carried out. Because our leader said nothing has ever said that has not come to pass. We are going to dig out that grave and burn it up, because that man let us down to the highest level. Excuse me. The suffering that we are having today is from Zeke. Starting from when Europeans first came to Calabar. Remember, Calabar was the first place the Europeans landed when they came to this place. Zeke refused to welcome them comfortably or give them land to build industries. That is why they shifted to Badagry. Today, the whole of Yoruba land is invested with industries. This is what will happen in Calabar and the Ekote Ekpene to even to Aba. The same Zeke wanted all these things. We erroneously believe that he's our father, not knowing he's our number one enemy. Zeke is our number one enemy. No matter whatever happens, we will never forgive that man. That is why today, which member of his family are you still hearing his name? Both his wives, his children, they are nothing today in Nigeria as today. So it is very, very unfortunate. Onyibe, I just don't. I am overboard. I don't know what to say. Please just take my comment for now as it is. I still remain the Wokoro from Ibere, your senior brother, the award-winning man. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We must continue. And honestly, this is where we will be drawing the curtain for this evening segment. You are a Biafran musician. You are a Biafran song producer. Send us your WhatsApp link to our WhatsApp line on Radio Biafra Extra, because we want to know you. We want to gather all the information about you, because you shall also be remembered. When we go about talking about personality profile about our people who has bled for us to be alive today, I think all of us will be remembered. Make no mistake about it. We have men and women who has gone before us, whose footprints that have been laid down for us to follow. There is no controversy about them. These are the best of Homo sapiens that have walked on this planet Earth, and we will not allow anybody to demonize them, not to talk about the issue of Biafra. I will be signing off from here, but we must not fail to forget one of the bywords that holds us together as a people. And he say, good night and God be with you.
It's the best on the beat. Talk about frogs. Hey, see, talk about frogs. Hey, see, talk about frogs. You already know. Better get your money. Take me as I am, one that I pull, show love to your brother, no go let us suffer. Oh, I know you get here, I put it the way you ought to be. Because you are the got I want you to go no more again. One of my Simona, Mamma, what's in here with it? What's in my company? What's in my company? What's in my company? Ah, yeah, of course, you said the morning. When I need a no, slash my back, slash your back. You need to wabu selele. Let me take and jet. When I need a no, yeah, better get your money. Take me as a man, one that I could show love to your brother, no go let us suffer. Oh, I know you get L-O-V-E, show me love when I'm alive. Love you when I call and go. Brother L-O-V-E, show you go be my donatus. No wait till I talk about you. You will not go give me pandria. Not gonna let a puppy pick a drum in there. You're only from an assassin. No, show me make a see. Did you abu salale? Let me take and judge. Who are pungaling, I'm not green and no. Yeah, better get your money. Ever see me better than a